So two reporters have clashed today. The biggest reporters in the Northeast have clashed over whether Newcastle have actually received a bid from West Ham or they haven't. More on that in the moment. But, we're sponsored by Vanarama, who drive Fan TV for the summer, and they've got a cracking offer for you. I had to bring this up, Do you need a van for your next away trip? Because if you lease a van through Vanarama, they'll give you 100 quid of Amazon vouchers. How mint is that? And all you got to do is click on the link in the description below. That is phenomenal. So if you're planning your away trip, or you're going camping, you're going around the UK, if you rent a van, or if you need to move a house, or if you know someone who's doing all of that, £100 Amazon vouchers. And if you recommend someone to go to Vanarama, you also get 100 quid as well. That's mint, that. Had to bring it up, Right, into today's video. So as I was saying, the clash between Lee Ryder and Keith Downey, it all kicked off over on Twitter today. Now, I like him. Bumped into him occasionally at events as well. Wind him up just Sunday when I was next to him, saying that he nicked Peter Beardsley's goal. Put it on Twitter as well. Wind him up a bit. One of the biggest reporters in the Northeast. He is. Let's face facts. However, Keith Downey, who works with Sky, has said, and he's also one of the biggest ones, has said that Newcastle have received a bid of 25 million from West Ham for captain Jamaal Lascelles. However, the Chronicle have dismissed this, saying that Newcastle have not received a bid, and it's unsettling that Sky are coming out with this news. Now, Keith Downey then turned around and said, "I'm sorry that you're unaware of this bid that has been placed," and it just went on back and forth a little bit. Now, the Chronicle were actually up in the training ground today for the 1892 Cup, with more on that in a second. But they popped the question to Rafa, and Rafa said that he was unaware of any bid and Jamaal Lascelles is not leaving, full stop. Now, whether West Ham have put a bid in or not, Rafa Benitez would say that regardless. So I'm not going to stick up for Sky. I'm not how I'm wording it. If a bid had come in, Rafa Benitez is not going to tell the media. Of course he isn't. Now, Rafa actually spoke to the BBC about Jamaal Lascelles. Would Jamaal Lascelles be leaving the club? Rafa has been quoted and said, "For sure, we don't want to sell Jamaal. He's a key player for us. He was a key player last year, and he's going to be a key player for Newcastle United for many years to come." So, why would Jamaal Lascelles leave? Now, I'm not going to have a pop at West Ham, but West Ham, yes, they're splashing the cash at the moment, and they finished lower than us last season. We've done the double over them. That's not me having a dig, but personally, why would Jamaal Lascelles go there? If Jamaal Lascelles is going to leave Newcastle, he's going to leave Newcastle for a team competing because he's that good. I'm talking, and I've gone on record and said this, that Jamaal Lascelles is worth at least, at the very, very minimum, of 40 million upwards. He's English, he's 24, he's a leader. Why would he leave Newcastle? He would go for big bucks, but he would go to a team that competes. You wouldn't go across to another team that's trying to get there. You would go to a team that does. English talent is very, very rare, and you've got to fill, I think it's 8 out of your 25-man squad have to be born and bred and come through academies in England. That's why English players go for stupid amounts. Are they worth that? No, but in today's market, Jamaal Lascelles will probably go for about 50 million, and I think the minimum is 40 upwards. I really do. But why would he leave? Personally, he's a leader. A lot of his friends actually play at the club. He gets on with so many people. He's captain, of this massive club. That means a lot to Newcastle fans, who's the captain is. It really, really does. You look at Fabrizio Colacini, and a lot of people had to say on him for the bad reasons. Jamaal Lascelles talks sense, doesn't get himself into trouble. Yes, he has a good time. He's a young lad, fair enough. His girlfriend's heavily pregnant. She's got 2 months to go until she gives birth. Why would he want to unsettle her and him moving in between, moving down to London? It just doesn't make sense for Jamaal Lascelles to leave Newcastle. And then he's on the verge of an England call-up in my eyes, the way he's performing. Let us know what you think. Who do you believe? Are Sky doing a PR stunt? Is the Chronicle got the misinformation? Let me know what you think in the comments down there below. I'm sitting on the fence on this one, I think, because I've got it. So, just coming off topic for a second. Today, as I mentioned, was the 1892 Foundation Cup. They do it every year. This is the third one. Shola Miobi was there. He's the patron for the foundation. Basically, what all it is, it gets loads of schools coming in and playing football and just having a good time. And who knows? We could unearth a star. Last year, we got Celestine Babayaro's son signed up to the club. So hopefully, You know, we might say star, but it's more to it than that. It's bringing the community together, and it's Rafa Benitez. It's Rafa who done that when he first come in. That's a lot of things that he does off the field which doesn't get enough attention in my eyes, and that's one of the things that Rafa's mint at. He absolutely is. So that was good. However, the Chronicle actually picked up whilst they were there that Ashraf Lazar was training with the under-23s. No massive surprises there. Ivan Toney was even there. Remember him? Wonder what's going to happen to him. But interestingly, Jamaal Lascelles is still training with the under-23s. However, the likes of Sean Longstaff, Jamie Sterry, Carl Roberts, Adam Armstrong are all with the first team. So maybe Rafa doesn't want to take Jamaal Lascelles to the trip to Ireland next week. And speaking of players and so on, we just want to finally end it up on Alex Gilliard has found himself a new club. He's joined Shrewsbury today. The best of luck, Alex. He grew up in playing for Swalwood Juniors as a youngster, signed up for the Toon, the local lad. Best of luck of him. He's been on loan the last 3 years, so hopefully the winger goes on, kickstarts his career and has a great career as well. But going back to the main story, who do you believe here? Sky or the Chronicle? Let me know what you lot think. See you, have a good night. Coming up later on, the World Cup video with Belgium, that's coming tonight. See you, bye-bye.